Hey Scorpio, what is going on? Welcome to your September of 2019 astrology and tarot reading. My name is Jai Gobind and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, for hitting the notification bell and giving this video a thumbs up. We are going to talk about 7 major astrological events that are happening this month of September and how these events are actually affecting you on a personal level and which houses these events are going on for you, whether you're a Scorpio sun and or a Scorpio rising. If you want more details about these events that I'm going to be talking about, watch my September 2019 astrological forecast video because I go into detail, I show you the charts, and it's a really cool video. And once we're done with going through the events, I'm going to do a tarot reading for Scorpio sun, moon, Venus, and rising. So we're going to get right into it. This month is a really powerful month for a lot of us. There's a lot of Virgo energy going on this month. And what that's going to do for us is give us a lot of drive, this desire to really start moving forward by getting organized, by starting to move projects forward. So just know that that's kind of what's going on in September. So if you feel really excited about what's going on in your life and how you're moving forward with stuff, that's probably why. It's sort of like the energy that we're all feeling. But on the first of the month, we start with a conjunction. It's the Sun conjuncting Mars in the sign of Virgo. And Mars is our drive. The Sun is who we are. It's our identity. So this is going to feel like that intense push. Like we start almost like we hit the ground running. That's kind of what this feels like. This conjunction is happening in your 11th house of friends. So what's cool about that is the 11th house is the house of friends, but it's also the house of how you offer yourself to the world, how you offer your gifts, and how you offer what you create to the world, what you show to the world, who you are. And so what's really beautiful about that is the drive will be to do that. The drive will be to show your gifts to the world. On the 3rd, this is also happening in your house, in your 11th house, is we add Mercury to the conversations. And then we're going to have Mars, the Sun, Mars, and Mercury conjunct at exactly 10 degrees. And Venus is right next to them, so it gets pulled into the conversation, which is a huge like Virgo stellium. And that's going on kind of the whole month, and more planets are, they're coming into that energy. But you're going to be able to think very clearly about, well, friendships for one, but then also about how you're going to share these gifts. You're going to be able to get a lot more clear thinking and organized thinking about these topics. The full moon on the 13th or 14th, depending on where you are in the world, is going to be happening in your 5th house of creativity. And that is so beautiful. Because it's going to ask you to dive deep into that creative space. It's going to ask you to pay attention emotionally, especially because Pisces is such a, beautiful, loving, sympathetic, caring, very sensitive sign or energy or expression of, a human being. So you're going to be diving so deep into this world of creativity using your emotions, and that day is actually a really huge day. I'll be making a video specifically for that day, astrology, and we'll be having a full moon ceremony. But just know that this is going to be a time for you to really dive into your creativity and feel that very beautiful energy start to show up in your life. On the 14th, 9 hours after the full moon, we have Mercury and Venus move into Libra, and they're going to conjunct at 0 degrees of Libra, but they will also oppose Chiron. This is happening in your 12th house of the subconscious mind, your psychic abilities, intuition, also the house of bliss, because it's like the final house where we finally become one with the universe. And it will be opposing your 6th house of work, but also of having this present time awareness, being able to be in the present moment. Libra is, wants to cooperate, wants to focus on relationships, wants to weigh things out, wants to balance things out. So you're having this conjunction happening in your 12th house of bliss and the subconscious mind. And at the same time, there's this kind of pull towards your sixth house of like, you know, all of these ideals, all of these things that, you know, seem like really beautiful. Are they really real? Or are you really expressing them in real time, space, reality? Is this really who you are? Chiron is the wounded healer, and it wants us, especially on this day, to notice what wounds we have that need to be healed regarding this dynamic. It's healing the wounds of feeling like we're not good enough. For you, it's going to be expressed in, am I in my everyday life, in this present moment, daily life, am I being who my ideal version of me is? And it'll also be feeling wounded in our ability to communicate. So how can I become a better communicator? Is the question you should be asking yourself. The moon will be conjuncting Uranus in your 7th house of relationships, and then quincunxing Mercury in your 12th house of subconscious mind and bliss. So the moon is our emotions, Mercury is our mind, and Uranus brings into the equation this energy of revolution, change, something different, something that's never been done before. Uranus really wants to create changes that are innovative. And so on this day, we're going to be, you know, this aspect is going to be asking us to think outside the box, think differently, and then also feel outside the box. What's a different way that you can look at this situation? What's a different way that you can see this situation? And that's going to be really a really intense for a lot of us, really intense. But for some of us, like, yeah, we're going to jump right on it because we're moving in that direction of thinking differently, activating new thought patterns, conscious mind expansion, and it like just feeds our soul to be in that kind of space. Saturn goes direct, and on the 18th, and this will be happening in your 3rd house of communication. Saturn going direct is go time, ambition gets awakened, self-discipline gets awakened, determination gets awakened. So you are going to be ready to communicate very clearly what you want in your life with the world. On the 22nd, it will oppose the moon in Cancer, which will be in your 9th house of spirituality. So what that means is you might feel, you know, the moon in Cancer is very emotional as well. And it wants to feel, and it wants to be in that place of emotions, and it wants to just feel good. It wants to feel like it's at home, because the moon is at home in Cancer. But when Saturn is kind of pointing the finger going, hey, these are the things that you need to still work on, or these are the things that you haven't figured out yet, it feels like it's very like it brings you down. It's an energy of like, oh man, I'm not doing this right, you know, and you feel like giving up, and you feel like there's too many obstacles in your life. But you got to stay positive on this day, and you got to start moving forward, or continue to move forward, just like the theme of the month is like, let's move forward and motivate yourself on this day. Because the next day we go into the fall equinox, which is in your 12th house of bliss, and an inner journey as well. So the subconscious mind, and this inner journey is about processing a lot of stuff, going within. It's the end of the summer. The sun literally moves into a different sign. It moves into Libra. And this is about endings, letting go, releasing. So things might come up, you know, from your subconscious mind, from underneath the, you know, the underworld, so that they can be kind of processed and dealt with. And all of us will be feeling this change pretty intensely. And we end the month with a new moon in Libra on the 28th, which is also in your 12th house of bliss and the subconscious mind. So it'll be a really good day for you to set those intentions as to what are those things that I still need to release, let go, open up for. And we'll be doing again a new moon ceremony on that day, as well as I'm going to release an astrology video to go over that chart. So that's what's going on astrologically, and I'm going to do a reading for you guys for the Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and see what this message, this is kind of like an extended message of what I just said. It's a little bit more intuitive, a little bit more psychic. So we'll see for who this message is for more specifically, but definitely Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, Teachers, for being here with us today and helping to clear the energy of the decks and also my energy, so I can be that clear channel for the wisdom, the intuition, and these beautiful messages to flow through to my beautiful Scorpio friends. Okay, I know there was a little bit of a mic issue, so I had to re-record the section of the card reading, so I apologize for that. Hopefully it's now not going to happen anymore, and the cards are already pulled, so I will just go through the reading for you guys. And the first card that you got, your intuition card, is the Three of Coins, and this is an energy of reaping the rewards of your hard work. Having put the hard work in, now is the month to feel like you're going to see the fruits of your labor. And it's really beautiful. And what I also see in this card is it's almost like he's working with magic. It almost seems like kind of like magician style. This looks like gold, you know, it's very beautiful and vibrant energy. So this is what I want you to focus on for this month. There is something, because this is a challenge for you, the Justice card. And the Justice card is about finding balance. It's also, you know, you could personally feel like you want justice for a certain situation, but the truth is that the justice is not necessarily what you want. What you want is balance, and what you want to do is find balance within yourself so that you can move forward in life and continue to focus on the things that are important. Because the third card that you get, which is the overall theme, is the Five of Wands. And so this is kind of like fighting energy. This is arguing. This is, you know, almost like fighting with people. There's no conclusion. There's no resolution here, and it doesn't feel good. You also have earth energy, air energy, fire, and then the last card is water. So you have a pretty good balance of all of them, which points more towards, this is more about you finding balance than it is about you finding justice in your life. This also points to the Libra energy with the balance here. And since we are moving into Libra, this is going to be a powerful opportunity for you to step into cooperation and step into working together with people instead of this whole fighting energy. This whole energy needs to stop. You also might feel like you're not being heard, or maybe you're the one that's like speaking out too much and you're not listening to other people. You're just kind of fighting with people. Just notice how this is showing up in your life. I'm not saying that it definitely is, and for some of you, it definitely is. For others of you, this Five of Wands could represent something different. This could represent what's going on inside your head. You're fighting with yourself inside your head. That's very possible as well. The Knight of Cups is sort of like the charming, you know, the handsome prince that comes and kind of sweeps you off your feet. This also comes in with a very watery energy. Look at that beautiful seahorse he's riding on. And for, you know, if anybody watching me is part of or in the, you know, the gay community, the seahorse is the gay male. And so this could be your knight in shining armor that's coming your way right now, that will help to resolve a lot of these like fiery issues that could be going on within yourself or outside of yourself. For anyone, however, this could be the knight in shining armor that's coming your way. Cups is that emotional energy, and it says, hey, deal with your emotions. Let that cooling energy of the water kind of heal whatever needs to be healed for you right now, and step into truth, because the black egg is here, and the black egg is all about truth. It's about speaking your truth. It's about being in truth. It's about embodying the truth. This is going to be a very powerful month for you to step into your truth. So good luck with that. I hope that this reading resonated with you. I want to thank you guys so much for watching and for your patience with that slightly mic issue that was going on there. I'm going to leave that first part because I don't want to redo that part again, but because actually it was really good. So anyways, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I will see you again next month for our October of 2019 astrology and tarot for you. Sat Nam.